Hello everyone. This is our last session before the final exam review and the final exam. So what we're going to do today is we're going to review something that is not required. Because we only have one session to study this, I won't require you to understand or even do it on the final. If, however, you choose to, it will be bonus points on the final exam. This is a shortest route problem. Part of a series of problems that are network flow problems. What we are doing is determining the shortest route between an origin point and several destination points. So, just to make it clear, let's look at the first example. This is the Stagecoach Shipping Company example. The Stagecoach Shipping Company transports oranges by 6 trucks from Los Angeles to 6 cities in the West and Midwest. The different routes between Los Angeles and those cities is indicated below in terms of hours needed to travel. So we start in Los Angeles here. If we want to go to Salt Lake City, it's 16 hours. If we want to go from Los Angeles to Denver, 35 hours. From Los Angeles to Phoenix, 9 hours. So what we're doing in this section is we are looking at the different possible routes to each, what is the fastest way to each of these different routes, or each of these different destinations from Los Angeles. Because the shipping manager wants to determine the best routes in terms of minimal travel time for the trucks to reach their destination. In problems like this, we represent the routes, the system of routes, as a network. And that's what I've done here. All I've done is replace the city names with nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All of the other information remained the same, but I've replaced it with that. Now to solve this problem, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the PPT file and we're going to solve it together. So let's do that now. So this, as I said, is a solution to a shortest route problem. For now, and today, because we don't have a lot of time remaining in the semester, we're going to solve this problem manually only, not using the computer. On your final exam, if you choose to participate in this question, it will be a similar situation. What you have to do is solve something manually, and we're going to do that today. So to begin, this is our original network diagram. Each of these nodes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, represents a city as we saw before. Node 1 represents our origin, and that's Los Angeles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 represent all of the different destinations that we expect to get to. The red lines represent routes we can travel. They also represent the distances. The numbers above the red line represents how many hours to travel from one city to the other. 16 represents 16 hours from node 1 to node 2. 15 hours here represents 15 hours from node 3 to node 4. The city names for now are unimportant. They'll come big at the very end. So let's begin solving this problem. The first thing we're going to do, step 1, is starting at node 1, which is the origin. We want to determine the shortest time to get to a directly connected node. So in this situation, we have 3 nodes. We have 1, 2, 1, 4, and 1, 3. These are our 3 possible routes. In this situation, we see very clearly that of the 3 nodes, the shortest time is 9 hours to node 3. From 1 to 3 is 9 hours. Thus, we've determined the shortest route from 1 to 3, Los Angeles to Phoenix. We now refer to nodes 1 and 3, 1-3, as the permanent set. And that indicates we've found the shortest route to these nodes. So what we have here is we have permanent set, branch, a little easier, a little further apart. So permanent set, branch, and time. What we see is that permanent branch in this situation is branch number 1. That's the permanent set, and that indicates that it's our first conclusive shortest route. There is no faster way, and that's branch 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Everyone, please try to be a little bit patient with me because this is a much easier subject to teach in the classroom if I have whiteboards. Here on the computer, it's a little tricky. So then we have time is 16, 35, and 9. We're going to highlight 9. So this is our permanent set. And that shows us that from 1 to 9, it's a little small. Let's see if I can help my formatting a little bit here. See what happens now. This is, again, something I'm unfamiliar with. That's a little better. So we have permanent set 1. And that means that the shortest route is now 1 to 3. There is no faster way to 3 than 1 to 3. So let's look at our next step, because we've established permanent set 1. So we move to the next step, and now we repeat the steps from node 3. So we went from node 1 to node 3. Now we're going to repeat it from node 3. The first thing we do is we check what is connected to node 3. We see node 3 and 4 are connected. Node 3 and 6 are connected. So we went from 1 to 3. Now we can go from 3 to 4 or 3 to 6. We choose the shortest possible situation. So in that situation, we have we're repeating the same thing. Now we have our permanent set. We have 1. Now this is permanent set 1 and permanent set 3. And those represent branches 1-2. Oh, this is going to be painful. Let's do it on the left-hand side, and then I'll recover after. 1-2, 1-4, because 1-3 is already solved, so that's eliminated. 1-2 remains, 1-4 remains. We have 3-4, and 3-6. The time is, we look in this situation, now we list the separate times. So now we go over and we see here 1-2 is 16, 1-4 is 35, 3-4 is 15, and 3-6 is 22. So in this situation, this is our next set. What did we do in the first one? To go back, we looked from these three numbers, 16, 35, and 9, we chose 9. So 1, 3 became our permanent set. Now we have four numbers, 16, 35, oh, my mistake. I made two small mistakes here. Sorry, everyone. What is the time from 3 to 3-4? It says 15 here, but we also have to include this 9. So it's 9 plus 15, and the answer is 24. 3-6 is 9 plus 22 is 31. So in this situation, we know again, we have another permanent set, and it is 16. So now we have permanent set 1 and permanent set 3. And where have we arrived at this point? At this point, we are at number 2. So we've chosen, we went here, but these options were all longer. So now we're going from here to here. Let's continue on. Oh, I love formatting. 1 second, please. Let's just leave it on the left-hand side for now. That's easier. So now we go on to the next one. And now we've arrived at node number 2. So we have permanent set. From part 1, we had permanent set 1. The last time we had permanent set 3. This time we're at node 2, so we're going to have permanent set number 2 as well. So we'll have permanent sets 1, 2, and 3. We go over here and we list our branches, the branches that haven't been covered. So in this situation, we have not covered 1, 4. We have not covered 2, 4. We have not covered 2, 5. We have not covered 3, 4, like we saw last time. And we have not covered 3, 6. So what we're seeing here, what we're seeing in this situation is every time we evaluate and we look at the nodes that are connected but have not been covered. And in this situation, 1, 4 is 35. 2, 4 is 16, 28. 16 plus 12, 28. 2, 5 is 16 plus 25, 41. 3, 4, we already found, is 9 plus 15, 24. And 3, 6 is 9 plus 22, 31. So again, we're looking at this situation and we're choosing which is the shortest number, the shortest route. Here, it is 24. So now we have these permanent sets. From here, we're going to continue on. So where are we now? We're at number 4. We went from 3 to 4. So now we're at 4. We're going to redraw our diagram, continuing on to number 4. So now we have new additions to our permanent set. One more time. Permanent set. Nope. In this situation now it's 1, 2, 3, and we're at number 4, so permanent set 4. Here we go over branch 2-5, branch, and time. So what branches have we not covered? The first one is 2-5, wasn't covered. From branch 3, what wasn't covered? 3-6 wasn't covered. Okay, next we have branch 4-5 hasn't been covered. Oh, that's annoying. Branch 4-7 and branch 4-6. None of these has been covered yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to check our times again. So 2-5 is 1, 2, 2, 5 for a total of 41 minutes. 3-6 is 1, 3, 3, 6 for a total of 31 minutes. 4-5 is 1, 3, 4, 5. 9 plus 15 is 24, 34, 38. So 4-5 is 38 minutes. What you'll notice here is we've eliminated 2 of our red lines. And the reason is we've already shown that to get to 2, to get to 3, to get to 4, we've already found the fastest route. This is never going to be fastest. This is never going to be fastest. So we can eliminate those routes. So let's look at 4-7. So 4-7 is 1, 3, 4, 7. We have 24, 43 minutes. The last one, 4-6, is 1, 3, 4, 6, which is 24, 41 minutes. So looking at our grouping, we see 3-6 is the smallest number. So now we are at number 6. We're going to begin it. We're going to go one more time. So we come over, permanent set. And this is permanent set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Because we're at node number 6 now. We've eliminated 4-6 because if we look here, we have 3-6 is 31, 4-6 is 41, meaning 4-6 can never be fastest. 3-6, 4-6, this will never be the fastest route. So we eliminate this and we redraw our graph. So now we're at node number 6. In this situation, node 6, we have 4 branches remaining. 4 branches that haven't been covered. So let's do that now. Branch 2, 5 is not yet covered. 2, 5. Next, branches 4, 5, not covered. Branches 4, 7, not covered. And branches, like we just saw, 6, 7, not covered. So all we're going to do now is we're going to check our times. So if we go 2, 5, 16 plus 25 is 41. If we go 4, 5, which is 1, 3, 4, 5, is 38 minutes. 4, 7 is 1, 3, 4, 7, and that's 43 minutes. And then 4, 6, or 6, 7 is 1, 3, 6, 7, and that is 45 minutes. So which is the shortest of these? Clearly 4, 5. So right now we found ourselves at node number 5. So what we're going to do is highlight that and continue on. So now we're doing permanent set. Because we're at node number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're almost finished. Branch 9. So what branches haven't been covered yet? We see branches 4, 7 haven't been covered. 6, 7 hasn't been covered. And branch 5, 7 hasn't been covered. So very simply, we add up our times. We see that 43 minutes from 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7 is 43 minutes. I made one mistake here. This line should not have been drawn because we know 1, 2, 5 is never fastest. That's my mistake. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, so 6, 7 is right here. If we check 6, 7, it is 1, 3, 6, 7, and that's 45 minutes. And 5, 7 is 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, for a total of 46 minutes. Which is the correct answer? 43, 4, 7 is the correct answer. So we highlight that. What we've done is when we eliminate this, and we're also going to eliminate 6, 7, and we're also going to eliminate, we're going to eliminate 5, 7, and 6, 7. After each step, if it is not chosen, it can be eliminated. So our final map looks like this. From Los Angeles to Salt Lake City, the best route is 1, 2. That's 16 total hours. From Los Angeles to Phoenix, node 3, it's 1, 3, 9 total hours. From Los Angeles to Denver, which is number 4, it is best to go 1, 3, 4, and that's 24 total hours. All of this information is what we found. And the key steps are, left. 1, find the closest connected to the origin. That is permanent set 1. 2. From the new origin, expand. And include unused, undiscarded routes. 3. Repeat till the end. This is the basic instructions. So step 1, we go all the way back. You find the closest of these 3, which was number 3. Then you expand from number 3, but keep the unused, undiscarded routes. So we expanded from 3 to 4, 3 to 6, but we kept 1, 2, 1, 4 because they haven't been shown useless yet. Then from here we went 1, 2. So from 1, 2 we expanded again to 2, 5, 2, 4, and we kept the useless or the other routes. And all we did was repeat that step right to the very end. If you have questions about this, feel free to contact me. This is relatively complicated, but only because we haven't had much time to practice. That is why it is a bonus test, a bonus question on your test. But if you are interested in studying for it, please contact me and I might be able to help you if you're not following some of this. Anyways, have a wonderful day. See you in our final session, the final exam review next. Hello everyone. In this section, I'm going to review for your final exam. The final exam will be next Thursday. It will be an online test. It will be 50 minutes long. So just to catalog, next Thursday, regular class time. It will be a multiple choice exam. Classmarker.com, the same website we use for our midterm. It is 30% of your final grade. It will be 50 minutes long. There will be approximately 75 points. 60 points. So you will have greater than 1 point per minute. You are not expected to finish the exam. If you finish, excellent. If you do not, it's not the end of the world. This is a competitive class. This semester we have 4 grades. A plus, not A plus, A, B plus. This is a result of the corona or COVID-19 situation. A plus will be if you receive an A in this class, you will get an A plus. If you receive a B in this class, you get an A. If you receive a C in this class, you get a B plus. If you receive a D in this class, you get a D. If you get an F, you get an F. It is competitive. It is not based on your final score. It is based on your score relative to others. Every time you help someone else, there is the potential that you are losing points. I do not adjust grades. If there was a mistake in addition, if I made a mistake adding together your scores, I will adjust your score. Any other reason is unacceptable. Both the midterm exam and the final exam are graded by the computer system. Both of those exams, there will be no mistakes made unless a mistake was made in a question. If you miss a scholarship because of your score in this class, that is your responsibility. Do not contact me. If you have a problem, a personal problem, that is too late to deal with now. Do not contact me. Only contact me if there was an addition or subtraction error in your grades. I do not adjust grades, ever. If you worked hard, you should have gotten a good score. If you worked hard and did not get a good score, there will be no grade adjustment. So please keep that in mind. Your final exam, 30% of your grade. Midterm exam, 30% of your grade. Attendance, 10% of your grade. Homework, 30% of your grade. This is our basic information. Are there any questions? If you have questions about what I've written so far, feel free to contact me on Kakao. I will upload this to our Kakao group chat as well. But all of this information is relevant. So hopefully you're watching this video. As for our final exam, Section 1. Section 1 will be linear programming formulation. Read the natural language question. Translate to mathematical equations. This is the first thing that we did in our class. I will give you a question. You must read the question, identify the object or the decision variables, write the objective function, write the constraints. That is section 1. 15 points. Section 2. Special linear programming problems. We will have a diet example. An investment example. A marketing example. In this section, with the diet example, the investment example, the marketing example, the key idea is to understand the theory guiding these problems. I will ask you questions related to the theory governing these problems. We are not going to be problem solving. You may have to identify an objective function. You may answer theory questions. It will be based on the classwork we did, the videos I produced for you. Section 3. Will be integer programming. Section 3, integer programming, we will have integer example, a 0, 1 example, and a mixed example. All three of these will be similar. You may have problem solving. You may have a situation where the theory guiding specific situations is asked. There are many possibilities. Any of the material I covered in my videos is viable to be asked. Okay. Section 4 will be transportation, transshipment, and assignment problems. There will be two transportation problems and one assignment problem. There will be 15 points allocated. Again, this will be based on the theory governing our class. When we look at all of the things we've covered so far, everything is viable. Everything is a possible situation. Okay, the last section will be a bonus. And that will be shortest route problem covered in today's lecture. The reason it is bonus is because we do not have time to review it together. If you have problems with it, feel free to contact me. I will not give solutions because this is a bonus problem. If you understand well and you put the work in, you should be able to solve the problem, and that will theoretically help you. It's 5 bonus points. If you don't want to, that's fine. It is not covered in the mandatory section of our exam. So let's review one more time. There are 4 sections and 1 bonus question. Section 1 is linear programming formulation. I will give you a variety of questions, and I want you to choose what the correct problem formulations would be. Section 2, special linear programming problems. We looked at dieting, we looked at investing, we looked at marketing. Each of those examples will be included, and I will ask you theory questions related to them. Section 3 will be integer programming. We will look at integer examples, a 0-1 example, and a mixed example. That will be a total of 15 points also. Finally, in section 4, we will look at transportation and assignment problems. Transportation will be the heavy focus. We will have some ideas, some questions concerning assignment problems. Again, it could be a problem. It could be related to the theory governing problem formulation. Could be related to the theory governing computer solutions. Finally, in the bonus section that we discussed today, will be a shortest route problem. It will be 5 bonus points. If you want to skip it, feel free. That is your choice. This will be the format of your final exam next Thursday. If you have any questions about this, feel free to contact me on Kakao. Our final exam review, just to cover the key information, it is next Thursday. If your class is 9 a.m., the test is 9 a.m. It is your regular class time. It is a multiple choice exam. Classmarker.com. I will send login information. I will send login codes next Wednesday night. Try to log in early. I recommend hours before the exam. Once the exam begins and I'm solving problems for 10 different people, I may not be able to help you. If you have a login problem, those are your problems. My instructions that I send Wednesday night will be very clear. Please log in early. If you have problems before 9 a.m., I can help you. Once we reach 9 a.m., I am busy most of the morning with students taking the exam. Finding time to help you log in is not early and is not easy, so please be aware. The final exam is 30% of your final grade. It is 50 minutes long. It is 60 points. Some end of the year information. This is a competitive class. There are 4 grades: A plus, A, B plus, B, or F. That is also possible. If your scores are below passing, you will not pass. A plus, A, B plus, B are only for students who are passing this class. So please be aware, Fs are possible. Many of you have not been doing the homework. Many of you will struggle terribly on this final exam. I recommend preparing well because there could be quite a few Fs in this class if you do not prepare well. If you do not get above 50% with attendance, with homework, with your final exam, with your midterm exam, you will receive an F in this class. I hope everyone is clear on that. I will write that in our Zoom, in our Cacao group chat as well. 4 A's, B's, A plus A, B plus B. Your score is relative to others. If 7 people receive an A and only 7 A's are available in that class, you will receive a B if you are the 8th ranked person. I do not adjust grades unless you have a problem. Unless you have a problem, then you should accept your score. It is based on objective grading, not subjective. None of this is my opinion. All of it is fact. So please be aware that I do not adjust grades. For those of you who are interested, this is our scoring breakdown. Final exam 30%, midterm exam 30%, attendance 10%, homework 30%. If you are below 50% cumulatively, you will receive an F in this class. If you've missed 25% of classes, you will receive an F. Are there any questions? If you have questions, please send me a message. All right, everyone. Hopefully everyone's clear on this. Again, if you have questions about the final exam, feel free to contact me. Let me say one more thing. Questions about the final must be sent before Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, I will answer 0 questions about the final exam. If you do not prepare early, do not message me for late help. Hopefully everyone is clear on this. I will upload all of this information that I have just spoken about. I will upload this document to our Cacao group chat. Hopefully everyone is clear. Good luck on the exam on Thursday.